on the carousel. Oh, shit. Hello, Mel Mafia. My camera fell. But I'm trying to show you guys. I'm trying to get this tripod working. Give me a second. Oh, hold on. Wait, what was that? What was that? Can y'all see anything? Alright, so, boom. Why does Nova have school off tomorrow? I don't feel like that. I got 2 things to do tomorrow involving Navy. For Navy's special time. And they said they're calling off summer camp for excessive heat. And I'm just like, if the building has air conditioning, why do y'all keep having days off? If y'all just don't go outside. Like, it's really that simple. So this is like one of the reasons why I liked homeschooling, because I didn't have to worry about my child being flipped from place to place to place to place, like not on a consistent schedule because you're out of school. I can understand if there's a snowstorm and the roads are bad so the buses can't get there, or it's bad to drive, but heat and y'all have air conditioning in the building. Like, it's been a heat wave for the past 3 weeks and y'all haven't called summer camp off. Why now? Why? This is literally the 2nd week of summer camp. Literally, it just started. Today's Monday. She started last Monday. This is 5 days into camp and she's already 1 day off. It's so frustrating as a special needs mother, because I don't get, if I had to physically work, I can't just call out of work. And that's why I say I can't do the 9 to 5, because my child isn't capable of being put in a daycare. Nova's been through 6 daycares. My child isn't capable of being put in a daycare. So I would have to keep, when I put her in these programs and stuff, and in public school systems, she's gonna have to keep getting out of school because my kids are fighting. Hold on. I'm back, Mel Mafia. I just had to get that off my chest, because it's like, it's really a struggle for special needs parents, because daycare is not an option for children with special needs. A lot of special needs children get mistreated. It just happened in this state about a couple months ago that there was a school that had special needs students, and they would lock them in the closets and scare them and mistreat them and just do a whole bunch of stuff. It was a big news article in our state, and I'm really like overprotective about Nova, because I literally watched her be mistreated in front of me, and I had to intervene, and I pulled her from daycare for good. But that will be another video. But right now, I'm about to make some spaghetti for these kids. So I didn't have ground beef, and my husband has been doing a lot for me today, so I didn't want to ask him to go out and get no ground beef, and I don't really like going out alone for safety reasons. That will probably be another video. But we had some burgers in the fridge, and I'm gonna use that as ground beef. She does this when I'm talking. That's why I'm talking so loud. But we're gonna use this as ground beef. Give me a second. Here she is. She wanted some attention, so it was either hold her and cook, or she was going to continue to want attention. So yeah, I have these hamburgers in here, and I'm going to crush them up into ground beef. They are ground beef, but I'm just going to break them up with this thing I got from the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and put in my ingredients and my spaghetti sauce. Well, pasta sauce, whatever y'all want to call it, because the Italians said don't call it spaghetti sauce, because they use it for more than just spaghetti, and you gotta respect them. So I'll see y'all when I get back. Well, when this is done being crushed up. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Say bye. She gets camera shy. Oh, you saying bye? Saying bye for you. So I got my water set to a boil. I got on like a medium high temp, number 6. One thing that you need to know about before making your noodles for your spaghetti is make sure your water boils before you throw the noodles in, because they will get mushy. Also, another thing I use is birria thin spaghetti, and I break them in half and put them in. I'm going to show you guys that as well. I also got my meat still cooking, and I dropped in some frozen bell peppers and onions. I got this blend at Walmart, and it's so flavorful. So our ground beef is almost cooked. I haven't seasoned it yet because I want to drain this water off of it. And usually when you cook ground beef when it's frozen, you have to drain the water off of it. Well, I'm going to put it in this little bowl right here. I didn't drain it 100%, but I did drain it enough so I can season it. So now I'm going to toss in my seasons, and I'm going to toss in, one thing when you're cooking meat that has sauce, you have to cook the meat and season, and when you put the sauce in it, you have to cook it and season as well. So I'm going to season my meat and sear it on medium-low temperature, and I'm going to switch it around for a little bit, you know, and then I'm going to come back and do it again and simmer it on when the sauce is in there, after the sauce is seasoned. Not too much pepper, because you know pepper is zesty. You're going to need a little bit more sea salt, but when you're cooking with dried, or I should say dehydrated herbs that are ground up like this, that form powder, they get more potent in the sodium. So that's just something to know. So that's why it takes, like when you're making garlic powder, no, when you're just tossing in onions in your food, you're going to use a lot more onions than onion powder. And when you're tossing in actual garlic in your food, you're going to use more peeled garlic cloves than you are garlic powder. Because when it's dehydrated, the sodium content picks up. So that's the meat. I'm going to crush this meat up some more. My water for my spaghetti is almost done boiling. And then I'm going to break it in half and drop it in there, and I'm going to show you guys. But right now I'm going to finish breaking up this ground beef with this tool right here. And I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I don't have any tomato paste, but usually when I put in anything I cook with tomato sauce, I use tomato paste, like any lasagna, any spaghetti. I use tomato paste because it tastes more rich. So we're going to use ragu, and it has, I believe it's the herb blend. Yeah, tomato, garlic, and onion sauce. Remember, if you open this, you got to refrigerate it. And there's always a date on the top from refrigeration. I just shake it up because it has been sitting in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to pour it right in, straight like that. Make sure you pour in enough sauce so that your noodles and your meat will be covered in sauce. So it's spaghetti. Don't just pour in enough to cover just the meat. But tomato paste does make a difference in the taste, but I don't have any today. But my husband and my kids will still eat it. It still tastes yummy without the tomato paste. I'm going to pour in a little bit more tomato sauce. I don't have my what you call it? Excuse me. I don't have my spoon slot on the stove today because it's in the dishwasher. But now my kids do this a lot when I'm talking. I could be on the phone or just talking with their dad and they don't want my attention or to talk over me. It's what they do. So I'm going to use the rest of this onion powder. Throw this in the trash. And I'm going to use the rest of this garlic powder as well. And I'm going to throw some salt on top as well. Mix and let it simmer and cook in while the noodles are cooking. Remember, scoop that like you gotta scrape the bottom and push it on top. That's how I mix, because I want everything to mix in together. I do not put sugar in my spaghetti. Nope, I don't like sweet spaghetti. So right now, as you can see, my water is boiling in my pot. So I'm going to break up my thin spaghetti. So what I'm going to do is I use half a box at a time. So I'm going to break up the first half first. So spaghetti is long, too long for my pots. I don't have big enough pots for longer spaghetti like this. So I just, hold on, let me move the camera. So I just take it and like you can twist it a little bit to help it make it break easier. And when you twist it, make sure it's pointing down towards the pot. So most of the broken off pieces can go in the pot. And you want to put some salt in your water or oil. So Navy! You want to put some salt or oil in your pot so your noodles don't stick together or stick to the bottom of the pot. Alright, boom. So we got some motherfucking garlic bread, Texas toast. I got my oven preheated to 350. And we about to throw them in there. Straight like that. Put some aluminum on there. I don't know about y'all, but we love a little bit of garlic bread. And you're going to put them right in there like that. 10-15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. Lord have mercy. It's hot in this mug. 10-15 minutes and they should be done. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going to pull them back out at 5:15. Our noodles are done, but I'm not going to put it on camera how I strain them. But I'm going to tell you how I do it, because I just think I'm going to burn myself. So I take my colander. This is called a colander. And I put it on top of this and I pour the water out into the sink. Please be with me. Then after that, you want to pour cold water on top of the noodles. Strain it again. Then you can do your... Everything is strained. Now we're putting our meat sauce with the meats. We're going to give it one quick stir. It's gotten very thick. That means it's been cooking. And we're going to pour it on top and mix it in half. Some people just serve it separate. I don't do that shit because I don't have time for it. We're going to pour all this shit in together. I don't have time. See, some people serve it like that. I don't get down like that. Mix that motherfucker up. Garlic bread ain't done yet, but we're gonna mix it up. Always remember, even though I'm gonna look at you when I say this, even though your stove eye is turned off, be mindful that it's still hot. I didn't burn myself, but I forget this a lot when I'm cooking, that the eye is still hot, and I put the pot right back on the eye and be wondering, like, why is it sizzling? It's still hot. And then when we get done, I pour some Parmesan cheese on top. We running low. And I pour parsley on top. Not want to know that. On all my Italian dishes, shrimp Alfredo, broccoli, chicken Alfredo, all that shit stuff, lasagna, baked ziti, I pour parsley on top. To make it look like something. Make it look like something. But, and the reason why I break my noodles in half is because, for one, it's easier to fit in my pot. I don't have big pots, and my kids aren't able, they aren't, I'm a teacher. Fine motor is like learning how to do tiny things, like twisting. Like, you gotta have really good grip to do that, and my kids are not able to twist their noodles up on their fork. So I break it in half, and then even when I put it on their plate, I chop the noodles down some more for them. So it's easier for them to eat. Especially because my 2-year-old is still eating with her hands. And yes, I still give her a utensil, but she still prefers to use her hand. My first daughter was like that at first, and eventually she started using her spoon and fork. So, yep. And that's our spaghetti. You see it? And I'm about to pour the garlic bread out. Make sure, I'm gonna show you guys their plates. But before I show you their plates, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment. I love all feedback, whether it's critical, non-critical. I just fucked up my Brussels sprouts. I put them in my air fryer and I burnt them. And everybody was telling me to steam them. I love input on my videos. As long as you're not being malicious or have malicious intent, I'm okay with it. But please, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'm not the type of person to block you. If I do block you, you said something very stupid that was not worth my response, but it also made me feel some type of way. And I try to keep negativity off my channel. I do live on Section 8. I do live in, well, public housing, and I'm not working, obviously, so I'm a stay-at-home mother. So, and people have their opinions about that, but that doesn't define who I am as a person. But just, if you want to interact with me, I'm all for interaction. And thank you for watching. The dinner is done. Hot. Hot. That's code word for back the fuck up. Hot. It's all about teaching your kids what's hot. Alright, come on over here, y'all. Come on, you come over here. So, the garlic bread is done. This their garlic bread. I do put their food in the freezer to cool down before it's done. So you guys are gonna eat your garlic bread too, right? You're gonna eat your garlic bread with your sketty? Wait, it's hot. Ain't it hot? Alright, well, you touched that one, so that one's yours now. Mommy's going to put your spaghetti. Hold on. Let me see your plate. Mommy's going to put your spaghetti on your plate. And this is one of Nova's favorites. Like I said, she only has a few favorite foods. And spaghetti is one of them. Pizza is one of them. Oops, get that for Mommy. And I'm cutting it up a little bit more for them so it's easier for them to use. I'm probably going to use this fork when they're done because they have their own forks to use. And me and their dad use these forks because these are too big for their mouths. It's just too big for them. And I'm going to cut their garlic bread in half. You were supposed to get this one because you're hungrier than Navy is. Navy was home all day. You got summer camp stomach. So you weren't eating all day like Navy. And if they want extras, I do give them extra. Yeah. And when I put on this Parmesan cheese, oh shit. I just do a little bit and I mix it up so they don't see it. Because, excuse me. Because if Nova sees this, she's going to have a heart attack. Y'all know how autistic kids are. Yep. And guess what Mommy and Daddy got today? We got some grapes. So Mommy's gonna put you guys some grapes on your plate, okay? Look. Grapes. So I'm cutting their grapes. And I'm using the this crinkle cutter. I use this to pack her lunch. So she really likes when her food is wavy and stuff. Like, oops, I dropped a piece. I even make like apple fries with this thing. She really likes it. I got it off Amazon. I believe it was like $6. Excuse me, that wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. Don't you watch her iPad? So you can't tell her to not watch your iPad. That's your sister. That wasn't very nice. That's not nice at all. That wasn't very nice. So you guys are about to go eat, okay? And Navy's gonna watch her iPad and you're gonna watch yours now. But if Navy doesn't have her iPad, it's okay for her to watch your iPad, okay? It's okay. That's your sister. Because when your iPad dies, don't you watch her iPad? Yes, you do. Alright? Are you ready to eat? Yeah! Alrighty. Let's go to the table. This is my husband's plate. He wanted to eat off a paper plate today. But, babe, your lunch is ready. We're on the carousel.